Um, we're gonna start with the Knicks Hawks, but before we start with the Knicks Hawks, I wanna play this for you, Black Peace, and get your thoughts on it real quick.
I cannot be persuaded that the Hawks are going to put a scare into the Knicks. I'm just not there.
I think there's gonna be some games gonna be competitive here. I still like the Knicks in this series, and I like the Knicks in five. But yeah, I do. I do like the
No,
Knicks. I
I'm
like them in
laughing
five.
because I'm with you.
Yeah, I like them in five. It doesn't mean I don't think that Atlanta's going to give them some challenges, but I think this is a good early challenge for Knicks. Hey, almost like the way the Pistons were for the Knicks last year.
The Knicks have the better team everywhere. Better starters, better bench. Their offense is better. They're fourth. Their defense is better. They're seventh. And a lot of these playoff series come down to your best guy against my best guy. And on what day of the week am I taking, whether it's CJ McCollum, Jalen Johnson, over Jalen Brunson? Like, that's just not going to happen. I just think that this feels like a gentleman's suit.
That was my brother from another, my Brooklyn brother. That's who adopted me from Brooklyn. My brother Ty Butler. Make sure you go subscribe to the Ty Butler show. Now my brother is don't you do it. No. Takashi is not a part of Bushwick. It is not happening. Takashi
Why
six
you just
nine.
say? I was going to say shout out to Bushwick.
I know what you. I know because I know what you're thinking because we've had these conversations. He is not from Bushwick, but salute to my brother Ty. Salute to their family. The church progressively becoming. It is because of them that I am adopted by. I am adopted from Brooklyn.
Shout out to the bodega.
Bushwick stand up, man. But now again, subscribe and support my brother the Ty Butler show on YouTube, as well as he's on also on TV and ESPN radio for New York sports radio. So y'all go check out my brother and support my brother Ty Butler. So Black Peace, you heard that him and his guy Dexter Henry that was I want to know. Obviously, it can be perceived as hindsight because the series is now tied 1-1. But hearing that, what were your thoughts about the Knicks Hawks series before the series started? And what do you think about them believing this to be a gentleman's sweep before the season started?
It's a bit insulting, knowing that that's one of the hottest teams coming out of the All Star, like by record and by the way they played. It's like not only the record, they played very good basketball. CJ McCollum has has risen from the dead. You have Jalen Johnson having great triple double moments. Had a bit of a slump in April, but not in, the not in April, but more had a slump in March, but he's still been playing really good basketball. You have um, the cousin, Neil Alexander Walker, who's been playing outstanding basketball, and they're a real good team. Okongwu, who I've been vouching for like at least 3 years worth, like when he was backing up Capella, Okongwu would really step into his role, being a stretch five. And with that being said, they are a challenging team. Like they're not somebody you walk over. But I
Or
will say the way that Snyder is playing them right now and utilizing them, I feel like either he's a genius or he's an idiot because I feel like he's not utilizing Neil Alexander Walker enough offensively. Granted, he had to hold their best player to kind of like semi contain Brunson, but it's like he brings a lot to the table if you let him. And I feel like Jalen Johnson is not the solution as far as scoring. I feel like he's more of the facilitator. I feel like he's more of the control the pace guy, but I don't look at him for scoring. I think they should give a little bit more of the keys to Neil Alexander Walker to start scoring more. And I feel like they have a lot more of a stronger success. Granted, they made through game two without him really showing up much either. But I feel like for them to really have control, they need to unleash him and live with Brunson. I'm sorry, live with Brunson doing what he does. But they need for that firepower to come out because that combined with the way CJ is playing right now, you don't want to waste that. Like two back-to-back 30 balls. You don't waste that from some CJ. Like he can. I'm not saying that it's impossible for him, but it's like get it while it's hot. Plain and simple. Get him while he's hot. Because once he gets back to the 18 points, he may stay at 18 points and 19 and may scratch 21 or something. But he giving you 30, execute. Like make it unstoppable. Because you know Dyson Daniels not there for scoring. Like give Neal the keys. Stop trying to make Jalen Johnson score and you be more successful. They've been forcing that issue, but it's like he's not there to score. He's there to be big as hell and facilitate. Let him do that. So I feel like he's the X factor in that series. I feel like the less they utilize him, the more of a chance of a gentleman's sweep. But the more they utilize him, they have a chance either winning that series or pushing it to a game 6 or 7. Plain and simple. The less they use Neil Alexander Walker offensively, the more of the less of a chance they have in winning. Period. They got away with it doing it the way they did it these last 2 games, where like he had I think he had under 15 points. And this guy averaged 20 plus points a game in the regular season. And a lot of his game comes from ISO, which is half court ball, which is the confusing part. It's like, it ain't like it's outside of his skill set. It's like, no, he plays ISO. Like, let the man cook. I don't get it.
So
Oh, and stop forcing this Kaminga issue, guys. Please, please. It's sad. It's rather sad. Stop giving him offensive opportunities and let him get it out the mud. I don't know if you've seen them games, but they have literally been giving him the ball and being like, all right, Kaminga, do you? And it's like, that's not his skill set. Like, not right now. Like, let him get a block, a steal, hustle play, get a rebound, and go coast to coast. But you giving him the ball and letting him try to cook, nobody ain't worried about that.
so I too, I hit my boy Ty up, and I was just like, "Yo, bro, I don't think y'all giving the Hawks enough respect." Like you said, after the All Star break, they were on fire. They had a 20-6 record, right? But apart from them being on fire, where I saw that the Hawks were going to give the Knicks a problem. Now, granted, let me preface this. I told my boy Ty, I was like, hey, off of experience alone, I believe the Knicks should win this series or they should find a way to win this series off experience alone. But after experience, I don't give them no edge. I believe the Hawks are a better team top to bottom in terms of their makeup. And I compared them to this. I think you would appreciate this. But if you ask me who I believe the Hawks to be, I will say I believe the Hawks are last year's Indiana Pacers. Think about the makeup of the team, right? With the Pacers, you didn't know if it was going to be Pascal. You didn't know if it was going to be Halliburton. You didn't know if it was going to be Naismith or Nimhard catching fire from three. You didn't know if TJ McConnell was going to come give you problems off of the bench. You didn't know if Benedict Mathurin was going to come give you problems. You didn't know where this firepower was coming from, but they were so scorching hot, you knew the firepower was coming. You just didn't know how to game plan or scout for it, right? Halliburton didn't have to be great every night because we got so many other weapons to choose from to execute you, right? Now, again, Pascal, Hallie, Naismith, Nimhard, maybe you can go Obi Toppin. He probably good for a good game. TJ McConnell, Benedict Mathurin. CJ McCollum, he ain't CJ McCollum good for one game, and CJ McCollum then went. He's been the leading scorer for the Hawks the past 2 games, averaging 26, right? So you got CJ McCollum, you got Jalen Johnson, you got Dyson Daniels, right? You got Onyeka, forgive me, Onyeka, could like you know what I'm
Okongwu.
saying? Onkongu, right?
Put respect on his name. I got you, my boy.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like Yeah, again, bro, like you got these guys just to make up with Indiana, bro. You go to, like I say, either Jalen Johnson, CJ McCollum, Nah, Nikhil Alexander Walker, your boy Unkongwu, and you saying don't stress the issue, stop stressing the issue with Kaminga, but could Kaminga come off and be a TJ McConnell or Benedict Mathurin off of the bench? We seen and the reason I lean towards him is because he has playoff experience. We seen what he did in the playoffs last year with the Golden State Warriors, so he knows what that playoff intensity, that playoff vibe is like. He's not scared of the big lights. He put on under the big lights of the playoffs, and so you look at the makeup of the New York Knicks from a consistency standpoint. I'm only going Jalen Brunson, and I'm going how was to say Jalen Hurts, Josh Hart. You go Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. Now, granted, Josh Hart is the type of guy, he do a lot of stuff that don't always show up on the stat sheet. So his energy and his motor may not always come in the form of points, but that's definitely what you need. And we know I don't believe in Mikal Bridges, right? I said that. I think Carl Anthony Towns is going to have at least two what the hell are you doing? Where the hell are you at Carl Anthony Towns type games. I think he's guaranteed at minimum two of those in this series, right? So after that, I like I think we could find ourselves in a situation where Jalen Brunson very well much so plays every minute of the game, averages 30 to 35. He averaging 28 right now, and they still find a way to lose this series. Like again, off experience, they need to find a way. They should find a way off experience alone. But after experience, I don't give them the edge, bro. I don't give them the edge. Like OG Anunoby, he may give you one game, you know what I'm saying? Um, Nothing about their bench impresses me. Maybe Clarkson has a wow, Clarkson got that in him, maybe. But the only true blue consistent person I think that you can count on is Jalen Brunson. And does at some point he start to get wore down. But yeah, man, the Hawks are pretty much the Indiana Pacers of last season, and as we know, that Indiana Pacer team beat the New York Knicks. So, and we haven't even talked about the fact yet that the Hawks just stole a game, so now they got home court advantage. ATL, ho about to be lit for games 3 and 4. Lit for games 3 and 4. So
Liddy as a titty.
you know what I'm saying? And so like in game two, right? Carl Anthony Towns, he gives you 25 points, 8 rebounds. That's a pretty decent game for Carl Anthony Towns, but for Carl Anthony Towns to give you 25 and show up and y'all still lose, then you put yourself on the chopping block for when he had those what the hell blunder games where Brunson maybe got 35, 40, and it still wasn't enough because Carl Anthony Towns got in foul trouble or he just decided, eh, I don't feel like playing tonight. I'm okay. So
That can really be the way he says it as well.
yeah, man. So yeah, we'll have to see. If I'm wrong, I think if the Hawks still win this series, I think it'll be in 6 or 7. I don't think this is a gentleman's sweep. I think the Hawks are for sure finding another way to win a game, at least at home. So so yeah, nah. At first, I thought my boy Ty. I was just like, "Dang, is my brother being like a homer right now because he's like from New York?" But he's a diehard Lakers fan, so it's not biased. It's not like him being a homer or what have you. And I had to also be like, "Hey, I ain't trying to like put on for Atlanta just because I live here. I just really think that they are a better put together team than the New York Knicks." But series now tied 1-1. We'll see how this series shakes out. And again, make sure y'all go support my brother Ty Butler, the Ty Butler Show on the YouTube, and follow him on Instagram and everything else. The doors of the pod are open.